Okay. Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another round of me talking about random shit. And I said that I was gonna start talking about a little bit more of my own personal life, share a couple stories. And the first thing I decided to share with you guys is a little well-known fact is that, let me see if I can get this shit here. I graduated from Georgia Southern. Woo, yeah. Eagles. Whose house? For other Georgia State people out there who every time you mention to them that you say, oh yeah, I graduated from Georgia Southern, and they're like, oh, I graduated from Georgia State, I hate you. Yeah, shut up. I don't care. I seriously don't care.
What did you say? I don't care.
But in my time at Georgia Southern, let's just say I got into a lot of shit. And one of the first things that I think would be a cool story to talk about would be the fire extinguisher incident that happened. See, a long time ago, you know, when I went to Georgia Southern, we used to have dorms and shit like that, and then there was like a washroom where you went and you wash your clothes and shit. One day I actually found out that, you know, there was a fire extinguisher in there, and I just wanted to play with it a little bit. I sprayed it. It was like, you know, like a little yellow smoke came out and shit, and I was like, oh wait, these things always show up white on the TV and shit. And I was just like, oh, that's kind of cool, and I was showing it to one of my friends. So then later on, like 2 or 3 weeks later, it's me, the vice president, the let's see, treasury and the secretary are all in the washing machine room because one of them was washing clothes. I'm like, hey man, you know fire extinguishers shoot like yellow smoke, not white smoke, like they do on TV? And he's like, oh nah man, what are you talking about? I watch TV, stop lying to me. I'm like, no, for real man, I'll show you. And so then the first thing I did was I take the fire extinguisher and I just like OD it on the wall and just spray it. And of course, washing machine rooms are not that big. So the whole room is now completely filled with smoke. Like the whole area, like, we can't even breathe in there. We're coughing and hacking. I just throw the fire extinguisher down and we get out and shit. And you know, not a big deal. It was an incident. They, you know, made reports about it and shit like that. But nobody knew who the fuck it was. So I was just like, not gonna say shit.
I am going to stand up, walk out of this room, and we will never speak of this again.
3 or 4 months later down the line, when we're doing like finals and shit, and I had a business final that day I'll never forget because I pretty sure I failed that final, but I still passed class, so it's cool. I get a call from the treasurer and he's like, hey yo, Dez, like, yeah, we fucked up, man. They got us. I was like, the fuck you talking about? They ain't got me. Of course, I done forgot about the shit by now. He's like, the fire extinguisher shit, we fucked up. They caught us. Enos is pissed as fuck. Enos, he was the residential director, you know, the guy that was over everything. We called him Boss Man. He said, come down to his office right now. And so I'm like, fuck, I ain't got time to deal with this. I got a final I have not studied for in like 1 hour. Damn it. We go down there to the residential director's office, and he was like really pro-black. He's like super pro-black. Graduated from Penn College, came down to Georgia Southern where there was only like a handful of black people compared to the amount of, you know, Caucasian students that were at the school. And the first thing he says to us is, imagine my surprise. Imagine my fucking surprise when they told me, hey, we have a camera footage of the guys who did the fire extinguisher. Now they had set up a tiny ass little camera about as big as my fingertip that looked like a wire just poking out of the ceiling, and it was just like, oh shit, because like one of our meetings while I was on the hall council, we were talking about somebody going in and stealing laundry. So unbeknownst to us, they wouldn't put a camera there, which I think is kind of, you know, fucked up. You need to tell people that there's a small hidden camera in a washing room, because that's a serious invasion of privacy. I could have been naked in there. I mean, I've been naked on camera before, but with my consent, I think. We were sitting there, and he's like, now, you know the first thing I thought to myself? First thing I thought to myself was, please, let it be some little white children. But, no. It's not just white children, it's black kids. Fucking black kids. Not only black kids, but my own hall council. And I was like, I don't know. And I was just like, look, boss, man, fucking fire extinguisher, it looked like fun, man, shit happens, dog.
Don't even trip, dog.
And they're like, okay, look, you're either gonna have to get a punishment by the residential director, which is Enos, student hall council, or go up to the dean himself. It was like, okay, definitely not going to the dean. They were like, student hall council, they're probably gonna try to fuck us over because they're a bunch of, like straight arrow, boring ass people that don't do shit. That's why they're on the, student hall council. I mean, who does student hall council? You fucking nerd. But it was just like, okay, the only thing we can do is get a punishment from RRD, which is Enos, and like, hopefully it'll go easy on us. So he gives us 3 things that we have to do. The first thing is that we're all on probation till April 1st and shit. Which is like, well, I'm on probation till April 1st. The other guys are on probation till May 1st because I got in trouble for doing it and they got in trouble for watching me do it and not snitching. And I'm like, that's kind of fucked up. They didn't do anything here. They were innocent bystanders and they're punished too. But hey, whatever, man. I'm not going to question anything right now because I'm on probation of April 1st. And, I might just get kicked out of Georgia Southern or what have you. And I'm just like, can't go back home and talk about that with old mom and dad. So, okay. The second thing was they had to do 25 hours of community service. I had 35 hours of community service. Turn around, and also the last thing that we had to do is we had to do an apology to the janitor that they got to come clean it up. And I was just like, oh, that's all cool and dandy and shit, I guess, since they made him come clean it up. I was like that until I found out, like, oh, wait, he got paid $50 an hour for cleaning this mess up. Even though that's his normal job to clean stuff up. And I mean, like, not knocking any janitors out there or whatever, but if this is your normal job to clean something up and you're getting paid $50 an hour just because, they called you on like an emergency notice and asked you if you could do it. I mean, you could have said no, but basically you got paid $100. Like, Matt, I would have cleaned it up for $75. 2 hours, like, fam, let's go. I'm ready. Let's make this money. It would have been perfect. But okay, so we did all that shit, and I was pretty much, just like I think it went down like on the records or something. I don't know. I never looked at like a permanent record and shit like that. But turn around, and after that whole incident blew over, it was the next semester. And you know how it is, like everybody their first year of college is popular. Like honestly, everyone has about 10, 15, 20 friends they can just call up like, hey, let's go to the cafeteria, let's eat shit, let's go jump around, let's go to the gym, let's go play ball, like nigga, let's go. Like that's how it is in college. It is. It's a lot of fun. I don't really remember learning or studying much, but I remember partying, drinking, and sleeping. Good times.
Welcome to college.
The next thing that happens is I'm actually, like with all my boys and shit, and we're all like hanging out at a place called Lakeside. I remember because we used to all get the Philly cheesesteaks there. So we're all there sitting eating Philly cheesecake, and I'm telling them all about the fire extinguisher. So I'm like, yeah, man, I just kick that shit and spray. Secretary's like, yo,
Dad's fucking OD'd with the fire extinguisher, bro. He's just like, the next thing I know, the whole room was just filled with smoke. Like, I couldn't even breathe. We had to run out of there and shit.
Well, unbeknownst to me, we're talking. I didn't know that there was this girl that was listening. So then the girl comes up to me and she's like,
hey, baby, how you doing?
And this is clearly a girl I do not know. She is white. She has like a mohawk, and she has like all these like gauges like in her ears and shit. And I was like, oh shit, this chick looks cool as fuck right now. Like, she's pretty fucking hot. Not to say I don't know hot chicks, but I don't know hot chicks like that. And I'm like, hey, what's up? How you been? She's like,
I've been good, but I'm a little bit embarrassed because I don't remember your name or your number. I know I got it at the party and I felt so bad about it, but then I saw you and I was like, okay, we can make this work.
Like I said, I did not know this girl. I knew I didn't know this girl, but I'm in front of all my friends, all my homeboys. You think I'm about to act like, oh, no, I'm sorry, I don't know. I'm like, no, I'm gonna play that shit off cool as hell. Like, yeah, man, I'm the fucking man, baby. Like, okay, what's up? Oh, yeah, my name's Dad, hit me up, da-da-da-da-da. She's like, okay, yeah, cool, talk to you later. All right, about 2 weeks go by. I don't hear anything from the girl. I'm not really expecting it because, I mean, it's a lot of shit to do in college. You don't really think about people as much when you have shit to do, which is one of the reasons why I think a lot of people get into relationships, because they don't have any social circles or outside things to do besides, you know, get up, watch TV, and go to work. So a lot of people just get in that mundane situation. But anyway, so I go to a place called Rudy's, Rested Soul, because it's shut down now. Was it like Jacob's Law or some shit about the, you know, the kid that died drunk or something? But anyway, I go to Rudy's, and you know, we're all just hanging out, chilling, dancing and stuff. I run across the girl again with the mohawk, and she's drunk. And I'm a little bit drunk too. I used to drink trash cans all day. Like, it gets you fucked up, bro. Get you a trash can. If you ever go to Georgia Southern, get you a trash can. And, you know, I'm like just dancing with her and stuff. She's like, hey, it's been a minute. I haven't seen you. I'm like, yeah, man, just been chilling and shit. So we're dancing and stuff. And she tells me, hey, the dorm that I live at is actually like right here in walking distance. It's called Kennedy. It was like all the dorms were like right there, which is like basically it was like having a live actual bar at your school. Technically the bar was literally on school grounds, and it was just like people would literally get drunk, go to class, or get drunk, go back to their room. Like, there was a lot of alcoholic promotion at Georgia Southern, but it worked out for me. We go back to her dorm, it's called Kennedy, and I mean, she's like fiddling around with shit and going indoors. I'm like, how you got a key for that and shit? She's like, oh, I didn't tell you, I'm actually the RA of Kennedy. I was like, oh, that's cool. We come back to her room, and she's got like this like whole thing of condoms. Like, I'm just like, god damn, somebody's been fucking busy. And she was like, no. It's not that. It's just since I'm the RA, I have to, you know, like host like events and shit like that. And, you know, I did like a sex ed event not too long ago, and we got like a bunch of like, you know, condoms and shit left over. And I was like, oh, it's cool, works for me. And so then we're like hanging out. She's like, so yeah, what do you want to do? And I'm just like, man, we can do anything. Hint. She's like, okay, I'm gonna put something on. And I guarantee you, I promise you, this was before Netflix and chill was a thing. I'm telling you right now, I invented Netflix and chill.
This is my masterpiece. This is the one that they'll remember me for.
If anybody tells you differently, they're a liar. I invented Netflix and chill this day, because nobody was talking about Netflix and chill at all. I was like, oh yeah, shit, you got Netflix. My brother's got Netflix. Let's watch Netflix. So we put on something. I do not fucking remember at all what was on TV. I think it might have been something about walruses, or I don't know if it was some Discovery Channel type shit or a documentary. I don't know. All I know is, you know, next thing you know, Netflix is on for like 5 minutes. After that, we fucking. And the whole reason why this goes into the fire extinguisher shit is because of what happened right after that. After we had sex, we're laying down in the bed and we're chilling and shit. And she's like,
hey, I got a secret to tell you.
And I was like, you don't got a STD or pregnant or nothing, do you? She's like, no! I was like, oh, okay, cool. She was like, look, the reason why I met you when I came up to you that day is I was actually lying to you. I did not actually know you when I walked up to you. And I was like, I knew that, but what made you do it? She's like, well, the thing is, okay, I overheard you talking about what you did with a fire extinguisher back at Watson Hall, and we had just had somebody done something of that same thing over here in Kennedy, and I thought that it was you, so I was gonna try to bust you. And then I went back and I was like, oh man, this guy's a cutie too. And I checked you out on the computer and it said you had already been caught, you had already served your time, and everything was good now. And I was like, oh yeah, that's right, I did do that. And she was like, yeah, so we never found the guy, but yeah, that's why I came up to you. And I was like, oh, so you actually were trying to bust me, but I end up busting you. Ha, funny. I know it's not that funny, but it's just a little joke I like to tell. But yeah, that is the fire extinguisher incident. And the only thing I can take from that is watch what you fucking say around people, because it could lead to you getting some ass. Yeah. Yo, I almost also forgot to say, like all the other YouTube videos, say other like, click, subscribe, eat chocolate, send me money, yeah, all that good shit. Hit me up some questions, tell me some of your stories, bro. Like, I'm open to hear some shit, interject it, let's exchange some stories. I don't give a shit. Alright, yeah, baby. Ooh, that's the end of the video. Ooh. Now I gotta turn it off before you actually like see me turn it off. You know, everybody's got that thing where they're like, ooh, trying to click it off, or they click it off with the phone. It's just like, no, I'm just gonna clear it off. Okay, bye. What is up, homie of the day? I choose you. And this one is a special one to me. This is my homegirl, Tokyo, also known as Thalia. And I could be saying that wrong, but that's okay because I like saying it like that. And she know I like saying it like that. Thalia, what's up? This is one of my favorite people right here. She's a model who also gives out beauty and fashion tips and natural hair growth, skincare, all that lovely stuff. And guess what? All this knowledge is for motherfucking free. So yeah, y'all can catch her in the description below. Go follow her. She's awesome. That's my homie right there. Love you, girl. Go follow her.